Hey, cycle breakers and barrier breakers alike. Welcome to the Fuck That Bullshit Podcast, where we advocate, educate, motivate, and create a safe space for you to embrace the mental wealth of marginalized and disenfranchised communities. We are serving no bullshit knowledge, tools, strategies, and insights. And yes, we will be entertaining. Our goal each episode is for you to leave feeling empowered, ready to take action and make meaningful choices that pave the way to your abundant mental wealth. So enjoy, like, subscribe, share, and discuss. Make sure you save it too, just in case you want to look back at it and get some more tips and things. The PTBS Podcast is for education, empowerment, and inspiration. It is not a substitute for therapy or professional mental health care. If you're in need of additional support, please reach out to a licensed mental health provider. Warning: the Fuck That Bullshit Podcast is intended for mature audiences only. This podcast contains raw, unfiltered conversations about mental health, social issues, and breaking generational cycles. We keep it real, unapologetic, and explicit because healing and empowerment require honesty. We're going to have strong language and adult themes, unfiltered discussions on race, identity, and mental wealth, challenging bullshit narratives without censorship. So if you're easily offended, this might not be for you, and it's definitely not for kids. But if you're ready for bold, barrier-breaking conversations that empower, educate, and entertain, tap in and let's fuck that bullshit together. Let's go. Hey.
What
Welcome
it is,
hey.
people, what it is.
Welcome to the PTBS Podcast. Fuck that bullshit.
Yeah. It's a lot of bullshit to fuck nowadays.
Oh
a lot of
man! Oh my God!
Yes,
Yeah.
My goodness gracious, man.
I gotta make sure we start introducing ourselves. I'm Shawnnell, your favorite no bullshit therapist, Batiste. We got Brian G. Money Turner on the wheels of steel.
Yeah, what it is.
And big sexy. Where you sexy at, Free?
Yeah.
I don't
Sexy.
know. It disappeared, man.
Gotta put your sexy back on.
Yeah, I'm gonna get my sexy back. Don't worry about it. I got it.
Put your Justin Timberlake on.
Bring your sexy back. Yeah. So we don't know how the rest of the world doing, and it's snowing carrying on. But like, how y'all doing out there? You know what I'm saying? Like,
just trying to stay warm. I got me a Duralog from a wood burning fireplace. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Wait, I'm lying. I got Envirolog because they were sold out, and this is supposed to be better for the environment.
Word.
Well, I mean, it's really just recycled.
Yeah, that's all. It's just
recycled.
Wax, right.
Yeah,
but we haven't lost power, so I haven't even had to light it yet. So
that's good.
I'll have it in case.
My crazy thing is how folks down here in the South and in Texas act like every time there's a winter storm, it's COVID and they got to clear all the stuff. Like in the end,
you know why people in Texas? You know why we doing that? Snowpocalypse 2021.
That traumatized everybody, y'all.
Yeah,
because these fools cleared every shelf. Which I don't understand, because if you lose power, your meat gonna go bad, but you clear the meat section.
Yeah.
But the peanut butter section was full.
Yep.
Yeah.
Ain't that something? What they really need, they ain't get.
Right.
No.
And this dude did a video about it. He was like, "Man, people in Texas make me sick because that's not how you do this." It's
right.
Like,
No.
what I need is right here, right? Yeah. Even if you got cold cuts, like they might last a little longer, you know, but like, you know,
but you gotta think now, everybody in Texas got a barbecue grill. And they will get their ass out there in 4-degree weather and barbecue.
They also ain't used to these streets with these 4 degrees. Like
exactly, because up here, shit,
Yeah.
the high tomorrow gonna be like 8. So
exactly.
Because I thought about I was gonna get some propane because again I got the flat joint, and I was like, yeah, if the power go, I'm gonna flip some burgers. Shit, I walked out there like, fuck that. Exactly. Ass be out here frozen as the fucking burger, you know what I mean?
No. They had leftovers. They let us take the rest of the leftovers from the wedding that didn't get opened and stuff like that. We left them in the car because I'm like, it's a freezer outside, so it's good.
Yeah.
Got ourselves inside and all that, but like these fools don't know how to do this. They don't know how to do this at all.
No, you know they don't. I
was surprised even when I was like, the bread section still got stuff in it, because first thing I would think is sandwiches or something, you know, something sustainable, but they don't know what they're doing. But anyway, today we are starting a 4-part series. Thank you, Frederick. You know, Fred, tell us about the conversation you had. Then I'm gonna tell them what it's about.
Well, as y'all know, last week I was in Viva Las Vegas doing my Las Vegas thing, me and my beautiful wife. And I had this conversation with this young man. It was just 2 black people having a conversation at the poker table. He asked me what my definition of freedom was. I told him, I don't think we're free. So we elaborated on it, and then before you know it, it was me, him, this Mexican guy who 3/4 of his family voted Republican, a MAGA lady who admitted she got duped, and this middle-aged white guy that I think he was trying to be politically correct, but I could tell he was kind of like a Republican, but I'd say more like a traditional Republican versus
right
Republican.
Not necessarily MAGA type.
But he didn't want to give up on his party, but you can kind of see it.
He gonna stick beside him.
I don't know. He kind of leaning. Because he wasn't really agreeing with the extreme stuff that's going on.
Gotcha.
Because traditional Republicans, you know, they preach more that, you know, Christian value type of thing. And but yeah, the conversation ended up really good. So I wanted to just bring it to the podcast, put it out there in the general public. Let's see what we think. Because some stuff I agree with. Some stuff I didn't agree with.
With that being said, we talking fuck that freedom ain't free bullshit. And this is episode 1.
Dang, you got rid of our gangster pictures, man.
I'm gonna show you the one.
But I ain't gonna lie, that look a little gangster. You know what I mean? That dude look a little bit
gangster, you look kind of angry there.
Well, you know, and I be working with my AI and all that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I like the serious face though.
That's dope. I really like that one.
Yeah, I really like that. I like the serious face.
Yeah. So I got inspo from telling AI. I'm like, okay, chat homie, make a picture for this and do it. And he did the other people again, something similar and all that. I'm gonna show that to y'all in a bit and all that. And then I was like, okay, take these images and replace the people with these people, right? And it was doing okay for a minute, right? Then I didn't like how I looked. Then I used the wrong word. I said something about integrating. So it put us in there with the other people. I'm gonna show you that one. And I was like, okay,
gotta be careful what you say to that AI.
And then all that. Then I didn't like the picture I had. Then I went and got another picture, but then it added a dude, an extra dude in there with some hair.
Who the hell is that?
I don't know who this was. When I show y'all can recognize him. I don't know. Maybe there was some spirit standing next to me that is so. I don't know, but it was weird. But I'll show y'all that later. So yeah, that was fun creating that kind of stuff. But I do like that. But I need more pictures of y'all, dog.
I know, right?
Okay, yeah. I
We
gotta
gotta
do
get
that.
some different images and all that, so we can
Right.
put our gangster on or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
They,
And all that. So overall, we're gonna do 4 episodes, right? And we're gonna look at what freedom looks like for Black America. That's how we're gonna check it out. You know what I'm saying? And we're gonna do it a little different because our thing here, we are conscious, we're aware, we stay prepared, and we ain't never scared, is a really good premise to use for our show. You know
Indeed.
Because
It's
these
a
are the
good
things that
breakdown. Right.
out there, but we're gonna point it out for the people and say, okay, this is your consciousness piece. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
All that.
For the 2026. I like it. I like it.
We growing up, y'all. We growing up. So we're gonna start off with the basics. Like, what's your definition of freedom? According to Brian, what is freedom?
In the words of Nina Simone,
Ooh,
my definition of freedom is no fear. Now, when you ask me, do I feel free? Hell no. It's a constant anxiety feeling. You know what I mean? It's and you know, let me pre-apologize.
Okay.
But they out here killing white people now.
They are.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like publicly. You know, I watched the thing today. Horrible, man. I forgot the guy's name. But ICE, he had a gun on him, but he had a conceal and carry license. They took the gun. About 8 of them was all over him on the ground. They killed him anyway.
Oh damn!
And then just clean walked off. Just walked off like ain't shit happened. You know what I mean? So as a Black man,
right? Come on.
I'm like, if y'all would do that, flat all kind of people. When ain't even a question about angles. It's about a billion fucking angles because it was a billion people videotaped.
Right.
Yeah.
So if y'all do that to them, you know what I'm saying? How free do I feel? And let me get an extra pack of bullets. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I don't feel free at all. I mean, and I'm not sure that I ever did. The only thing there is the anxiety level of living in this level of free, not free, free, not free.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
It's all I've ever known.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Like I didn't grow up I was born at the end of segregation, but I didn't grow up in segregation. Right. Definitely didn't grow up in slavery. So all you know what I'm saying, like I've been driving the same car for a long time. So I know how this car feels. The car just don't run well. Right. You know what I mean? So this is not free. This is not free. When I look at everything that your Malcolm X's, Stokely Carmichael, Huey Newton's, Martin Luther King's, all that stuff that they did and died for in the past, it's 2026. This administration is showing us you actually don't have freedoms. As soon as we say you don't, you don't. Right. You know what I mean? So that's my definition of freedom, and unfortunately, I don't feel like I got none of that. You know what I mean?
All right, Big Sexy Fred, what is freedom according to Fred?
Okay, this is gonna sound familiar, but after I sit down to listen to your message and sit down for an hour and a half trying to figure that out.
That means,
no, we're not free, not at all. And I rhymed it. I mean, it's really no way to define it. Like the last thing Brian said, you thought you was free. We didn't. We gave you we had the illusion, of freedom, because white America don't have to prep their kids on what to do if they get pulled over. They just get pulled over.
All right.
White, and I'm not even going to say white America, rich white America, just get pulled over. You know, we don't have to. They don't have to go through all of that. They can do what they want. They can walk in the store. They can cuss the man out in the store. Their kids can go wild at school. If my grandkids go wild at school, they getting arrested.
Right.
Because they taking little kids to jail now. As soon as your kids start wilding out, they're not saying go sit in the office. They calling the school cop. And the school cop gonna handcuff your 8-year-old kid and put him in the back of a police car.
Right. I can feel it. You know. So my definition, I sat for a minute too, Fred, and you know, and that's what made me call y'all with the question, because I was like, how do I even define it?
Right.
And how do I look at it? And so, because there's lots of different ways to define it, right? And so for me, it was the right to be my full self and be who I am, to be able to feel, do, love, and speak what I choose, to be able to see from all perspectives, to be able to know, to acquire knowledge without, and do all this without restriction, right? Because I was like, freedom, the opposite of freedom is being restricted, right? Be bound, and to be able to do those things without restriction. But here's the caveat: as long as I'm not interfering with the freedom of others to do the same, and I'm not causing injury to others. Because I feel like you should be free to do whatever the fuck you want, but it should not negatively impact other folks. It shouldn't interfere with their ability or their freedoms.
Right.
That was my encompassing thing. And no, I don't. In different areas of my life, I have freedom, but that's within my bubble. Right. I don't have the freedom. Like, we got the freedom here until we say something big enough to truth. Like, it's just because nobody is actively right now, right?
Exactly. We popular, not viral. You know what I mean?
The people who watch, and most people watch on the replay, and you know, but it's not. We ain't viral by any means, right? We're talking relevant stuff, but it's not big enough. It's not loud enough to make enough noise to impact. Even if it's loud enough, it would have to impact people to the point that it would cause them to actually start changing their minds, right?
Exactly.
And making moves in that, you know, and of course that's the goal. So, you know, you're not gonna stop the goal. Yeah, but that's the only reason it feels free right now, right? And all that. So within our bubbles, within our little confounds, there's a little freedom, but out there it's not. Out there it's not.
And that's the main place where it should be, because even if you go all the way back to slavery had their bubble of freedom. That bubble where they could just have a good time and be themselves. They didn't have to you know, placate or change up or speak a certain way. And I think that's the same for, well, now I'm really seeing for most people, period. You know what I mean? It's like on the last podcast, I said, we live in a third world country with a first world street sign. That's and we really beginning to see that now. So freedom, it is a big deal. And the people who conform, I'm not buying that bullshit. Your ass is scared. Your ass is scared. You don't at all agree with that shit. You don't agree with the way that things are going. Because the same way this one group, even though it's about undocumented people in America, you're only going after one group of people. So and there's a lot more Caucasian undocumented Switzerland folks. Anywho, that's another show though. It's another show. Got to get a couple of documents together, but I've been working on that. But these targeted people suddenly losing their rights, but your white ass getting gunned down in the street every day now. Every single solitary day. So out of fear, you have no choice but to say, I'm down with ICE. ICE, baby. So they don't come so they don't come and shoot my ass next. You know what I'm saying? So your ass ain't free. You're not free, even if you agree. Because it's like I tell people, the Obama administration deported more people than Trump has done. But Trump deported more fucking U.S. citizens and had to fucking bring them back. But the reason why it wasn't a big deal is because Obama deported those people by the law.
Yeah.
Right.
They were investigated. They found out you are actually not a citizen, no question. Here's a warrant from a judge.
Right.
And then they went in and they removed the people. They not walking down the street and saying, "Hey man, how you doing?" And you go, "See, senor." Oh, you got an accent, body slam.
Right.
Because that's what's happening now. There's no law followed. You know what I'm saying? There's no law followed. But I want to say this, and I know I'm kind of going on a tangent on the subject, but it's been bothering the fuck out of me. All I'm saying is this. People who support that bullshit, be fucking careful, because just the way ICE is just doing them, every fucking body else will start doing them too. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And when that shit happens, that's when you have a real fucking problem. And you don't want to know what it looked like if black folks just get together. You don't want to see that shit. If black folks, brown folks, and yellow, you see what I'm saying? When all those people of color decide, you know what, man, fuck that. We need to get together.
Yeah.
Black and brown is always down.
Sure as I tell you. Gustavo Negros.
See, mucho bueno. You know what I'm saying?
That's what's up.
Okay, now we might lose our freedom.
Right. It's all right. You know what? We got freedom to still talk here. People to cut us off. And they ain't gonna stop us from talking, it's just gonna remove the platform. So I see people on TikTok all the day get shadow banned and that's real. Another account.
Yep.
You know, it's a headache because they gotta rebuild their followers, but who follow you go follow
right.
You know what I'm saying? You know, so some other definitions of freedom can be looked at from different aspects, and as freedom as the legal status, freedom as choice, which is kind of how I feel about things. The choice, freedom as safety, we all believe in that, that's for sure. Freedom as autonomy, freedom as rest, freedom as movement, as belonging, ownership, expression, internal peace. Any of those hit for y'all specifically?
Freedom of peace. Yeah. Because I mean that's like the, you know, as one gets older, you realize that is a valuable fucking thing. You know what I mean? It's a valuable fucking thing, and it's
a whole show about getting older for real.
Because I want my freedom of peace across the fucking board. I want it at work, I want it at home, I want it in Walmart. I want, you know what I'm saying? I want that shit every fucking way. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And I ain't gonna lie, I will fight for my fucking peace.
Yeah, you will. Shit. Yeah. I tell people that when they're doing therapy, and I said at a certain level in your healing, you reach this peaceful point that's all you desire is peace. And I said, once you get it, once you feel it, once you experience it, you will fight for it.
Hell
You're not going to go after that. Once you have experienced it, you don't let that shit go. Nigga, what? I don't care if everybody got to leave this bitch. I don't care if you like me or not. Don't like me. Like, fuck you and you. Oh, yeah, you my kid too. But I mean, if you're going to destroy my peace, you could go too. Like, anybody can get it. You know, you will fight for it hand over fist.
No, it's real. Come on. When I come home, if kids ain't home, my wife will be like, "Where the kids at?" And I'll be like, "I don't know."
Everywhere. Right.
And I just keep on going, doing what I'm doing. I'm like, they all grown. If you don't let me know where I'm at, I'm not gonna hunt you down. I'm not gonna spend all my time wondering where you at.
Exactly.
Because in so many words, you told me you was an adult. So I'm gonna let you be an adult.
Go big wrong.
I can see you on Life 360.
And people don't confuse peace with quiet.
Right.
But you can have peace and quiet.
Yeah. That's the try. That's the double up right there.
That's a double up.
That's the trifecta.
But peace, like that's a whole nother game. That's a whole nother game. And you start to gain that as you get older, and a lot of times because we just drop off bullshit at the door. We just don't care about as much anymore.
Right.
The things that we thought we should care about, we don't anymore. You just get
right,
a clue.
right. I mean, and people invest emotionally into shit that they shouldn't. You know what I mean? Like I'll be at my job, I watch people invest. I'm like, why are you taking work personal?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's not personal. Somebody say, hey, Brian, we need you to do the thing. And I go, hey, I got it. You know what I'm saying? Because you know what? If it's in relation to my job, why the fuck am I angry that you asked me that? That's why I'm here. You know?
Right. I came here to do.
That's why I'm here. It's not magic. Yeah. Yeah. Because plenty of people say, like, how you come here with the same attitude, with the positive attitude? I'm like, because I don't take work personally. I'm here to work. I'm here to work. Yeah. This shit. Y'all, if y'all make a bad choice and this shit don't work out, I don't take that shit personally either. This shit on you.
Exactly.
I'm gonna give 110% for about 7 hours.
My current job,
7 out of the 8 hours.
My current job has made a bunch of bad choices that has not cost me my job yet. I don't worry about it. I'm like, ain't shit I can do about what they did. They got to fix that shit. I'm going to continue to do what you paid me for.
Right. Exactly.
That's it.
Right.
Exactly.
Because that's why I'm here. That's why I came here.
Right. Exactly. So
all about the peace.
The bottom line of this conscious section is you need to define your freedom. Because if they define, and then they meaning anybody outside of you, if they decide what freedom means for you, then they get to control it.
Yep.
So don't let anybody define like your level of freedom. Our second piece, let's talk about awareness. We got to be conscious, but then we got to be aware. And let's talk about who has gotten to decide what freedom means. We talked already a little bit about the folks, the elite folks has been in control of deciding who is free, right? From the top down. So let's talk legal freedom versus like actual experience freedom. Similar to what I was just saying before, like my experience of freedom is in my bubble, in my house. I get to define that. But when I step outside, like was legal freedom historically, as we have experienced it between white folks and black folks, been different, right?
Right.
You know. So, but now, like you said, Brian, everybody is getting it, and everybody starts to realize ain't none of y'all free.
Right.
You thought it was just folk, but it's everybody. You know? What about freedom as compliance?
Well, when you say freedom as compliance,
if you're complying to freedom, like I guess it's almost like Fred was talking about, kind of like a performed freedom.
Okay.
Like, you know, I really know I'm not free. But I'm I'm free.
But if I follow suit and do these things, they won't bother me. You know?
And that's
ergo my freedom equals safety in a way. You know what I mean? So I think that's most people. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I think that's most people, like outside of their bubble. I think that's most people.
That makes sense.
You know, I mean, because when you're on your job, you know, some people do more than what they need to do, or some people would say yes when they really want to say no. I'm one of those people who and it's not like I'm a genius. I used to just I got it. And on the inside, I felt like yes, a boss, no, a boss. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And then as I got older, they was like, hey, Brian, we got some comp time. You want to, do this extra work? Comp time. Y'all don't have overtime? No, it's comp time. No, I'm not doing that. You know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
I got 158 hours of vacation time. What I need with more comp time? You know what I'm saying? Like, no, I need money. You know? But that that again, that freedom does come from, and I think it's just like anything. It's like when you know what you can and can't do. You know what I'm saying? You know what you know what your rights are.
Right.
You know what I mean? You know what your rights are. The more and it is like that's like the more you learn, the more freedom you get. Information is so withheld. It's so withheld. You know what I'm saying? But is the more you know, the more freedom you get. But do we do that? You know, get along to get by thing? Yes. Oh yes. Absolutely. I think outside of our bubble we do, and sometimes inside of our bubble because they're even in relationship. People do. Yeah. You know what I mean?
That's true. That's true. And I thought about that as you're talking. You know, we did the wedding with the brown sugar experience.
Brown sugar experience.
I like that. But so we did a wedding yesterday, and we already as a group, and what Nate does, even with her people when she's doing consultation, especially if it's not people of color, she lets it be known that we are a crew of Black people and brown folks, right? And if anybody get out of hand, anybody get racist, anybody start thinking that we are the help, right? At any point, this is a paid service, right? And we will serve with dignity and respect as long as it is reciprocated, right? And so she lets that be known up front, right? So it's no shady business and all that. Now, of course, you can't help your guest and all that kind of stuff. And nobody was shady at the place. Don't get me wrong.
Right.
People that made little snide things or whatever, they was drunken young folks that shouldn't even been there. So, but what I thought about was as we was checking the guests in and all that and giving them their stuff, the propensity of white people to decide they like my hair and want to touch it. All right. You know.
Right.
And this was a Greek Orthodox wedding. All right. And so for the most part, I got, you know, oh, your hair's so pretty. Da, da, da. Certain people, you could see they wanted to touch it real bad.
Yeah, like
real bad. they just
sweating and shit.
Oh my God, it's just gorgeous. Oh my God, right? This one lady, I could bet if my knees wasn't bad, I would have did a two-step because she caught the edge of it. She went and I went, thank you, right? But she felt entitled to just start touching it, right?
Right.
So they were like, I have the freedom of not being petted, right? So and all that. But I just thought about like before, you know, like this is the way it is because they've always treated us in that way, right? And all that. So over time, we've had to learn that we do have the freedom not to be pet like a pet. Like you don't have to, don't touch the fro, man. Don't touch the fro, right? And stuff. Which I'm sure how that shit started when it's like don't touch the fro, right? Because people be touching the fro. And so
the froze ain't for touching, they for looking.
You can look at them, you can admire them, make compliments, but you can't touch it, right? And all that. But it just made me think about how long we have had to allow that in a social construct, right? That was, even though it wasn't okay, right? And you have the freedom to say no, but do you, right? Like, but do you?
Right.
Do you?
Right.
Right.
Yeah. And well, I mean, it's no real consequence if you say no.
Exactly. Exactly.
But so I think with stuff like that, the change got to come is white folks got to grow up. You know what I mean?
Grow up, right?
Yeah. Because because
I've had people that say, "Oh my God, can I touch it?" No, ma'am, you cannot touch my hair.
Right. And I don't even get
I want to touch it so bad. I said, but don't.
Yeah.
Like, what is touching it gonna do for you?
I mean, because they fascinated by our awesome. And I'm not even saying that in a
no, it's not.
It's just the truth. You know what I mean? Because all it is, it's a fro.
It's a fro.
It's a fro. It's my hair. You have hair too.
But
you
they
know
can't
what I'm
fathom
saying?
hair that grows upward.
Exactly.
There's the grow down.
Yep.
And all that. So that defies gravity. It's different. Oh my God. It looks like a cloud.
You have cloud hair, ma'am. You're like a Negro angel.
Let me give me a halo. So, but yeah, so I recognize that even in that moment, like I am free to say, baby, don't touch my hair.
Right.
You know?
Right.
In that situation, I'm trying to be kind. I'm not going to be mean to you. So I'm going to take a step back a little bit and be like, no, thank you. Please don't. Right. And all that. Thank you for the compliment. Please don't touch. You know, throw in a sign.
I know. Don't touch my motherfucking hair.
Yeah.
What's up? That's a Solange song, I think. Don't touch my hair.
Oh yeah, sure is.
Just play that in the background for him and all that. So we're done with freedom as compliance. I thought about rights that exist until they challenge the comfort or the power. So, like, we have certain rights until, like we talked about just now, we have a right to speak freely until it starts fucking some shit up.
Right. And that's across the board, but particularly, for Black people, historically, wasn't nobody paying attention to Martin Luther King, Malcolm X. Definitely wasn't nobody paying no attention to Stokely Carmichael or Huey Newton until
it started making
this is why I keep telling you, coloreds. Once the organization comes in, that's when they get scared. You know what I'm saying? A lot. I hear a lot of hip hop artists. The police was tapping my phone. I'm like, nigga, fuck police wasn't tapping your goddamn phone. But you know who phone they was tapping for real? Public Enemy.
Right.
Yeah.
They were creating organization. You see what I'm saying? So
Public Enemy was a movement.
Yes.
Ain't nobody scared of your punk ass selling no fucking dope and shooting other niggas.
That's what they wanted to do. They set that one up.
Unfortunately, they don't even care about our crimes. So you know what I mean? So you do have it, but once it hits a point where it discomforts the listener or the fear that they're gonna lose something. Even though realistically that loss is all imaginary. It's an imaginary loss. Yeah, because there's no such thing as erasing white people. You know,
right?
That shit ain't real. You know what I mean? That shit is not real.
But it's insecure.
I'm not gonna go on a tangent, but let me say this.
Okay, go ahead.
And if by some magical way, all Black, brown, all people of color, all people of color, and all white people that label themselves as human beings, all go somewhere else. We all go to Universal Wakanda.
Right.
The United States of America would fail immediately. It would fail immediately. So I don't even see, because the only people that would be left would be the super elite who don't give a shit about the poor people who support them. So it would fail. Yeah, it would 100% fail.
Because that's how they built this nation that way. They left England to come to America because they didn't want to be under a monarchy.
Right.
But then they ended up adopting
the same
damn near slavery started in England.
Yeah.
Then they outlawed it. They brought it to America when they kept coming over here because they really don't know how to do shit.
Right. Hey, well, it's twofold. They don't know how to do it, and they don't want to learn how to do it.
They don't learn it.
Right. So but
I have this concept, and I ain't trying to be mean, but I don't know if it's so much that they don't want to learn, is that maybe they couldn't. Because I think there's cognitive difference.
Maybe you're right.
Okay.
I'm just
saying, you're right.
Like, because again, when you start digging into the real history of things or whatever,
the
natives that were here, when y'all landed on Plymouth Rock, whatever you want to call it, Turtle Island and such, whatever. But the natives they was willing to teach them,
right,
and they kept trying, but they kept failing, right, and eventually the natives wound up being like, okay, here's some rations for the winter,
right.
Just
they hit the fuck it. Here you go.
Moment.
Yeah.
Not doing it right, but like, here you go, right?
Yep.
And the fools did not have enough sense, right, to literally ration.
Yep.
Right? They ate it up, ran through it like a toddler, and went back and tried to ask for some more. And it was like, whoa. So now you're getting into what we got for ourselves.
Right.
Pay you the extra, right? But I'm not gonna risk mine because you don't know how to ration. And that's when they tried the whole takeover, try to do stuff, right?
Yep.
All that. So, like, is it that they don't want to? Is it because they can't?
Could be a can't.
I think some of them.
I'm gonna have to retract my earlier statement and go can't.
For me, that's why they steal so much of everything.
I think some of them can't because
I talk about them as a monolith, of course.
Right. Yeah. Right.
But no, the elite don't. That's where the concept of work smarter, not harder, comes from. Why should I plow my own fields when I can get a bunch of slaves to come over here, do all the hard work? I collect the money. I make the rule. If I, like Brian said, information. If I don't teach you how to read, you're gonna believe anything I tell you.
Yeah. Yeah, stop talking about the Bible. I mean, yeah.
I didn't say nothing about the Bible. I'm just saying they were smart enough to know, hey, if I can convince you that a higher power said, this is where you're supposed to be. You're supposed to be a slave. Right. You're supposed to work for me.
Right.
And you believe it, you'll do it voluntarily.
Right. Well, I mean, you know, we know the Bible thing worked because they knew they wasn't in a happy place. The Bible gave them hope. So it gave them something to hold on to while existing in a horrible situation. With hopes that, you know, maybe one day we'll all be free. You know what I'm saying?
Well, you know, I mean, they were smart enough to know when Black people, Mexican people, and poor white people, because at one point they were all together. Because the elite was the ones that was holding them down.
Right.
Somebody in that elite room said, let's give the poor white people like 25% of what we got. Then they better than everybody else. And they suck that shit up. That's why you got ICE agents out there right now beating the shit out of people and just killing people. Donald Trump ain't out there doing that shit. Nobody in Congress or the Senate doing that. They're doing it. And one of them gonna go to jail for the rest of their life. That's gonna be the sacrificial lamb. Because
I know we don't talk about that because everything is gravy until it ain't. And somebody opened out for somebody to be the prime that.
Yeah. I mean, it's a definite
costing them money. When it start costing them money, somebody got to be the sacrificial lamb. So John, who just rolled up on a guy in Minnesota and shot him in the street, guess what, John?
Yeah. 9 times out of 10, that shooter is going to jail. You know what I'm saying? That shooter is going to jail. But I the only thing that's stupid about that whole concept of, you know, I'm gonna get people to do the shit instead of learning how to do it. It's like a motherfucker driving a fucking car, don't know how to change a fucking tire.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and even that's ass backwards to think that that's smart. Then for real, that's my point.
Because if you think that's smart, right?
Because
when wrong with that.
When the shit but you know it's a real thing, because if you ever watch Undercover Boss, the boss come there and don't know how to do the fucking job.
You can't know what I'm saying?
Right. So if everybody leave, then you fucked.
Yep.
Yeah.
You know? So you put yourself in a position to be that way. You know what I'm saying? All right. We're gonna go on to being prepared. We know what the issue is. We got our definition. We're talking about awareness. So freedom looks different when your body's learned to anticipate harm. And so we always stay prepared in the fact that we don't know when the shit coming. So we always got our head on the swivel, right? Like that time when I thought for sure that lady was gonna be racist, and she was like, "Oh my God, you just stopped me out of my," and I was like,
yeah,
because I was about to be ready for your ass, But our hypervigilance is an imagination. Sometimes people like to act like it's our imagination. However, I think even in the times we're living in now, people recognize that we weren't lying.
Right.
It wasn't a facade, people, and all that, but we have to start switching how we use that hypervigilance, because I think it's important for us to keep it and have it because it does protect. But like my situation, being ready to relax, right? Because if I stay hypervigilant, even when it's time to flip it and calm my nervous system, be like, there's no reason to protect yourself in this situation. You see that now, calm down, right?
Right.
Unlike what cops do, because that's the issue I have with some cop situations too. When it's not dangerous, because I understand you rolling up on somebody, you don't know if they got something. That's a dangerous job. I would never negate the fact that that's a dangerous ass job, right? You don't know what's coming, right? However, once you've established, that this is a brush, a real brush, then there's no reason to shoot. Drop the brush, stop calling it a weapon, or being. Just knowing when it's no longer dangerous anymore, then you don't act like you're still in danger. So same for us, not, remaining hypervigilant until you don't have to, cool, but having discernment. Just having discernment, being able to watch a room, to know the patterns, to know, my baby know when somebody being slightly racist, like inadvertently underlying racist, right? So she's like, I ain't got to defend myself, but I did catch that. Right. I saw how you was looking, That's a bit just being. Now I know I need to pay attention to you in the room, but I'm also just gonna keep my distance. You know what I'm saying? So but rather than being aggressive or like challenging somebody or whatever, just being watchful.
Right. Definitely facts. I think especially for Black people, we tend to pop off too quick, and for real it's too often. Like I see that shit a lot. But it's like it's like once even and I've seen it, but even after they see like, oh, it's not what I thought. But they'll still say, ooh, because I thought you was about to do such and such. I was gonna fuck you up. And it's like,
you're still in regulated mode.
Yeah, you know it wasn't. You just said you know it wasn't. And you gonna cuss them the fuck out anyway.
Just sitting in that same space, right?
Exactly.
So we gotta let the stuff go. Once you're aware, just release that shit. Let it go.
And I think I know there's many parts that's important to release. I think one of the most important parts, for me, is letting go of the fact that you was right. Yeah, I think a lot of people had that when you right. Oh, motherfucker will hold on. And I say it often. I was like, boy, ain't nothing worse than a motherfucker that know they right. You know what I'm saying? Because they would drive that shit. You know what I'm saying? But just go it on right. Just go it on and let it go. I've watched people take a situation that doesn't need to escalate that high. And because they Black ass was right, and this is the part where I hold us accountable, because they Black ass was right, they just keep driving it and turn a way out into a whole nother situation. You know what I'm saying? Just be right. Because you know what? Victory is victory, even if you share that win with just yourself.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You ain't got to. I told that motherfucker.
You ain't got to
nobody give a shit. You know what I'm saying? Because there's been times where I don't won that battle, and I'd be like, oh yeah, you was right. Nah. You had it. You was gonna figure it out. And then I'll leave and be like, stupid motherfucker, I told your ass I was right. But I don't have to tell you that. You
right.
I don't have to do all of that shit to you because I don't need to turn a mountain into a molehill. Peace. You understand what I'm saying? peace, because consequences are for every fucking body. That shit is not one side or another.
Yeah, I think they have a lot to do with our insecurity as Black people.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Oh yeah.
Feel like you got to go one more or whatever, and one up or whatever. It's just not necessary. You know. Not another area is like code switching. And we did that to fit in, to figure out, to go along and all that. Now it's not as much, nowhere near as what it used to be,
right?
Stuff like that. But not operating in code switching as insecurity. But there are times when we need to code choose.
New word, like it. I like it.
Yeah, I like that.
Choose and it's almost like time and place. Like I tell, like I tell today, like there's a time to be angry. There's a time to go off on somebody. There's also a time to be silent and just look at a motherfucker.
Yep.
A goddamn word, and it will do just as much,
if not more.
If not more.
Because nothing is anything.
Nothing is. Oh, I like that. Nothing is anything. And then the other odd thing is like we operate in this like safety is a reward, like because the thing is we deserve to be safe, like it's a prerequisite for freedom.
Right.
I need to feel safe in order to feel free, to be free. Right. The way we walk around feeling unsafe because we don't have the freedom to operate, whatever, right? And all that kind of stuff. But they see it's more of a, you get to be safe if you comply. If you do what I tell you, then you'll be safe.
Right.
We won't do you nothing if you do X, Y, Z. Which is still a lie.
Right. Right. Because only reason why I'm not doing nothing because you're not causing me no problems. But once I run out of people to fuck over, I'll be coming for you. I'll be coming for you.
Right. I'm gonna run out. I'm gonna look for somebody. Right.
Right.
The final point for this section is rest. And Black people on the whole, since all the bullshit been happening, have been resting. But it sometimes feel like rest as rebellion. It's like, yeah, fuck y'all, we ain't doing that, right? But that needs to be switched to, because again, we have the right to rest, and it need to be, and I think it's turned into strategy. Before, I think in the beginning, it's like, nah, fuck y'all, we ain't coming out there it wasn't like,
I think it was,
ass, right? But I think we've started to move into it as a true movement and recognizing whenever it's time for us to step up and do what it is we need to do, we need to be rested for that, right? You can't operate in exhaustion, right? We need to sit back, and do what we're doing now and commune and gain more knowledge and understanding and change mindsets. And it's a lot of switching in the brain and the heart that needs to happen, and the spirit, before we make another move of any kind, right? And I think for us, our rest is also letting them fuck around and find out.
Yeah.
Because the more they find out, like you said, Brian, if all of the people of color get a clue, then we can do the thing. But in order for them to get a clue, we got to sit down and not do nothing. We do have to rest.
Exactly.
So then there's no primary target. Y'all realize all of y'all are a target. We was just the ones that were screaming.
Right. Yeah. And it's like, the Black community was, and I ain't gonna say the easy target, but it was the acceptable target.
Yeah.
Because, violence, be it another Black person, because there's no such thing as Black on Black crime. So by another Black person, or by the police, or by anybody. Was America universal? No, I think it's worldwide, universally accepted. You know what I mean? No, they don't even ask. It's like, oh, he must have did something. Oh shit, look at him, he's Black.
That's all I needed.
Right, exactly. So violence.
I don't know. I think it was more Black America than worldwide Blackness.
What?
Because Africans get treated differently than Black America, because
I'd had too many Africans at my job say, I'm going back to Nigeria.
Exactly.
It's bullshit here.
That's
right?
why I say it's more America than worldwide, because America, then they've spread that narrative that we're lazy, we don't want to do shit, we criminals.
This the only thing. This the only reason why I say worldwide, because I've tuned into enough.
Okay, hold on, because I may have misinterpreted what you said.
Yeah,
no, Black America worldwide.
No, I mean worldwide. The view of Black people.
Okay,
that's the view. World fucking wide.
All right, break that down.
When I was heavy on I'm moving to New Zealand thing.
Yeah, I remember.
I had to look up how do Black people live in New Zealand, and it was a lot of Black people like, man, racism is everywhere. That's usually how the shit started. Yeah. Okay. Switzerland, it's only about 2-3 of us there.
Right.
Yeah, that I know for a fact.
Right, that
motherfucker about 99.9%
in the UK,
white.
The racism is heavy as shit.
Yeah.
So when I say it's worldwide, because the whole image of Black people was painted by America, but that image didn't stay in America. That image is every fucking way. Ghetto and lazy and don't want to do nothing, but we taking all the jobs. Still never figured that one out. but
somebody explain that one to me.
Right.
Yeah, I'm still looking for my 6-figure job.
But if you look at the media, the way we're depicted in media, movies we see here, they see them everywhere.
Right.
Nigga on the run. Nigga part 8. Bitch better have my money part 7. That shit is every fucking where. Majority of people outside of America get their view of Black Americans from TV and movies. You know what I'm saying? And unfortunately, Ryan Coogler, Spike Lee movies are not everywhere.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But Tyler Perry, y'all boy. Yep. Nigga in a dress part 8. You know what I'm saying? That buffoons, drug dealers, killers, or preachers. That's who we are. We either in jail or church or on the corner. You know?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I get where you're coming from now. All right.
So would you say that means there's a lot of energy that goes into managing that perception?
Yes. Oh man, that's a big money investment, man. Yeah. Big fucking money investment. Cause we were just talking other week about how for sinners, and not to knock the white dude because he didn't ask for it, he just played his role.
Yeah,
he kicked ass. But how the main character, nothing. I mean, well, got a Castilian nominations. I think I nominated for everything you could be nominated for.
They broke the record for nominations. They had 16 nominations.
Everything on it. From the music to cinematography.
Titanic had the record. They crushed Titanic.
Yeah, that was an easy crush.
And I saw that. I saw that because some white guy, I can't even remember who he was, watching my boy Roland Martin. Roland be putting some dimes out there, bro. You gotta stop knocking Roland.
Right. Just angry all the fucking.
He is angry a lot.
That nigga need peace.
But he's passionate about
you ain't lying.
Cause, man.
Shit, that nigga passionate about baked chicken. That nigga just passionate.
He gonna yell at you about that bitch.
I know.
But he did something. I forgot the white guy. He showed him too. This dude was knocking sinners like nobody's business. I mean, I'm like, it. After a while, it sounded like he was a hater. Like, okay, the people that spoke. The shit got 16 nominations.
Yeah,
right.
You know, no, it ain't Titanic. But the movie was epic.
It was better than Titanic.
Yeah, that was okay. The movie was epic.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, look.
You just want your version. You just, you want your version with the white boy hanging off the side of the boat in 30-degree water, dying for some damn white chick.
Right.
Who took the shit and threw the goddamn gem back in the water.
Right. And I mean,
she could have let your ass on that damn piece of wood, but she let your ass die.
The difference is this, and it's as simple as this. You know, I mean, Titanic. It was a good movie if you like those kind of movies. Not my kind of movie. I'm not knocking. I'm just saying I don't watch it.
Right.
So, but they took a real tragedy, built a little more story to it, and then did a movie. Is it Oscar worthy? Yes. You know, good acting, good soundtrack, special effects was dope. You know what I'm saying? So, but the writing was balanced. It was what it was supposed to be.
Right.
Whereas Sinners was technically a vampire horror movie.
It was.
But it was written so well that when we finally got to the part of the vampire, it was like, oh man, I wanted to see what was going to happen with them. It was like when you got to what the point of the movie was, the characters that we have been introduced prior because the vampires ain't coming to an hour later. So there was so much depth in the story that you wanted that
they could fall in love with all of the characters.
Right. They could have did that movie and removed the whole vampire piece.
Yeah.
And you still would have watched it fucking in the end. You see what I'm saying? So that's quality. That's quality. Right. What Coogler was trying to make was quality. You know what I mean? You can tell there's some passion going into that.
Yes.
Titanic, you could tell like we're gonna invest this money because we're gonna get this money back. Right. You know what I'm saying? So one is a good business deal. The other one was more personal. You know what I'm saying? So because there's
very intentional. Very intentional. Like he had a message.
Yeah. Well, one of the best parts of that movie for me was when the Indians was hunting old boy down, the vampire.
Right. And that's and look, and the hint there is that's why he was trying to continue his race. Because the fucking Indians were so goddamn good at hunting their ass, he was the last one.
Right.
And that's why his ass was running in panic and fear.
Right. That motherfucker was burning to death to get away from them.
Exactly. And what a lot of white people didn't realize, especially white people that knocked the movie, the reason why he was so easily got with the little racist group is because they was racist. Which means unfortunately they were dumb. And I mean that flat out. I mean exactly like I said. Because if you so fucking stupid to think you better than somebody because you have less pigmentation or that you should have more for these stupid ass fucking reasons, then you will easily be fucking manipulated because somebody already manipulated your dumb ass to be the fucking way you are. You know what I'm saying?
Ooh, real. That's real shit.
And they was dirt poor.
Right.
Yeah. Ain't had shit. Ain't had shit. We're talking about
smoking them had more than what they had.
Got a fucking thing to your fucking name.
Right. And that's a good point too, because they were easily persuaded by a few coins, right? Whereas my girl was like, "Don't bring your money around here."
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Like I know how to do without. I make do in these parts. I got family, I got people. We gonna take care of each other, and so the community as a whole is taking care of each other there. Where these folks are isolated and, like you said, dumb, and you can get got very easily.
Yeah, because think about it. And I don't think a lot of people realize they'll probably forgot. His uncle was the dude that sold smoking in the building.
Right.
This motherfucker had money.
Yeah.
And y'all living worse. The black people that was living in town had more than what they had.
Yeah. Right. Because
you thought you were better than these Indians and all these other black people. You let a vampire in your house.
Yeah.
And now you out here playing the goddamn banjo.
The Native Americans could have saved their ass. I always say we could have been in flying cars 5 years ago, but because some little black kid and his little Spanish best friend created a whole fucking system on how that shit worked, and they said no, because you black and because you Spanish, fuck your idea. That's why we behind.
Yep.
That's exactly why we fucking behind. Be humans, fucking people. Shit.
Come on. All right, we're gonna move for our next section of being never scared. So, if freedom is defined externally, can it ever be complete?
Yes, it can. You got to be willing to make the sacrifice. We got civil rights because people were willing to make the sacrifice.
And
but that's a lot of sacrifice. And
exactly, it is a lot of sacrifice.
Yeah, I'm gonna be real with it.
Okay,
nigga, I ain't trying to get shot to death. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, it being realistic.
Yeah,
because and the reason why I
how
say
much
that,
sacrifice do we need, though? You know what I'm saying? Because there's people before us have sacrificed forever, right?
You may not have to die. Okay,
I understand. Let's
get to that point.
Look, this is what I'm saying. I'm not saying that is the be all and end all. But what I'm saying is like when people say, people died for the right for you to vote. I was like, people didn't die for the right for me to vote. People were murdered for my right.
For the right for me
because they didn't go out there to die. They went out there to march for the right.
They knew it could happen.
You know what I'm saying?
Like
so
that.
If somebody fucking killed their ass. So, but I don't think it's so much sacrifice. I think it's about people coming together as a fucking collective. Now, whatever happens after that, if it got to be a throwdown, got to be a throwdown. All right, but I think what we're missing, you know what I'm saying, with that freedom is not even and it is kind of a sacrifice. Sacrifice your bullshit.
Shit. That's what I was about to
be
say.
Better than the next black and brown man, and realize we fucking human beings, and this particular group of human beings is in the situation. So because look at all the success we had when we built our own fucking communities.
Right.
And those communities were out, and they were smaller than most large white towns.
Yeah.
And outdoing them like a motherfucker.
Like crazy, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that's the whole thing. Like we keep seeing it over and over again, but niggas keep falling for the fucking okie doke. You know what I'm saying?
When I say sacrifice, the people who can really change it is the people inside that system that don't feel like that just like, no, I don't agree with none of that. But they don't want to sacrifice what they already have.
But for real, that's because they fucking cowards, though. I mean, that's all.
When I say sacrifice, when I say sacrifice, that's what I mean. And even the black people that can put themselves in a position to make change, they don't want to do it because they don't want to.
Yeah, they don't want to lose. They don't want to lose their red bottoms and their Bugatti, and that's all that shit is.
That's where I was gonna go. Is that even when I look at, like you said, Fred, sacrifice. Like we were doing the boycotts and and all that, because they ain't necessarily being in the street, ain't necessarily because we know the foundation is financial. We know that,
right?
I know this. It's economic, right? Just like Fred said a long time ago, if I can get some Negroes to plow this field, right, hand over fist, So like, but our comfort is in Amazon, right? Yeah, right.
Amazon is pretty cool. I mean, it's full of shit on the negative.
Absolutely.
Right.
Like
it's convenient as fuck though.
And that's what
the thing is convenient.
Right. And that's what it got us in convenience, right? Because the easier things are the more we do them. And I've been even paying attention. I've been trying to, do my health thing, right? And I've been doing my juicing. And so I'm juicing my stuff and this and that, and it make me feel good. And I feel great when I'm on the juice, and I'm more energetic, and I'm not thirsty all the damn time and all that. But I hadn't done no juicing, so I was like, let me go to the store, get the stuff, all that kind of stuff. But then the fruit sat in the refrigerator until it spoiled because it was laborsome to do the juicing, right? I got to prep it. I got to do the juice part. I got to clean the damn machine. I got there's all these things. Like it's intensive labor, right? I got to put it all in containers, all that kind of stuff. I got to watch it, make sure it don't spoil because it's not processed. So it will go bad in X amount of days, right?
Right.
And all that. That is laborsome. And so I was sitting there going, man, being healthy I feel good. Man, what did they do before we started getting the processed food? Like, man, it has to take time to do stuff, right?
Yeah.
To make stuff from scratch, you couldn't just throw it in a microwave and and all that. You had to pay attention to when shit was going bad, or like there was all these things that caused you to have to pay attention to it. You had to be into the thing or whatever, and all that. And so, doing stuff the right way, it's hard. Like it's fucking hard, right? And all that. It's easy to get away with running to McDonald's. It's harder for me to go home and juice the stuff, prepare it, and then drink that shit every day, even though I know it feels better, right? But that's also what we was talking about before, about as you get older, like you recognize it's worth the labor. It's worth the labor, because McDonald's will make me feel like shit. Now I don't feel like shit. Fuck all that. Right. And I want quality of life, right? And all that. Because we passed the 50 mark, right?
Yeah.
All that. Like
where
it start getting unsafe in the health department, right? And so we know we have to be active in our health. We can't be passive no more. We can't be like, I can run that off. I can work that off. No. The weight taken to you. Gotta watch your cholesterol. What that blood pressure look like. We're paying attention to all the things now and all that, right? I knew when they said the winter storm was coming that my knees was gonna tie up. I knew my joints was gonna be achy, because that's just what happened with the cold air. Right. And all that. So when you speak of like, I get what you say, like there has to be sacrifice on every level, I think. And the level of and knowing that I can't stop you. I'm not gonna lie to nobody. I can't say I can stop using Amazon cold turkey, right? And people be like, what's a week gonna do? A week is starting my pattern behavior. A week tells me if I can go a week without Amazon, I learned that I don't have to have Amazon. Right. And the more I do that, then I create and I start intentionally looking for Black folks to shop with. And I learned I can wait a week to get a delivery. I can, right? Mm-hmm. Because sometimes the Amazon box comes and I'm excited that it's there, but I don't open it for 2 days. That means I could have waited 2 more days to get it.
Yeah.
Right? I open my shit immediately.
I open my shit as soon as I get it.
If I order something, I've been waiting on that shit.
When I got this mic, I was working. I stopped working and opened this shit.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of sacrifices that we can start to make and all that. Even though this is fun for us, this still is a sacrifice, right?
Right.
We taking time out of our day, out of our week. We do our meeting before this. We researching during the week and all that. Again, it's a good time. You know what I'm saying? We having a great time doing it, and we love doing it, but it's still sacrificial. Right. And all that.
And it's all for you, viewers and listeners. It's all for you.
But somebody have to say something. Right. And we choose to say something. We choose to do the thing out loud. Yeah, I do the same thing in my practice where I'm like, no, I choose to be on purpose about helping my people. I could be like everybody else and, only worry about money or whatever the case may be. I'm like, no, I'm really trying to help my people. So there's some sacrifice involved in that, right? And all that. And so I think if everybody can do whatever they can, right? Because nobody's asking anybody to sacrifice your life by any means. But in order to gain whatever your version of freedom is that you have to fight for it. Malcolm X said it's not going to be given to you freely. Like it's not a passive thing. You have to go after it. You have to demand it. They're not going to give it to you.
No.
They're not going to give it to
you. That's why they're doing what they're doing right now, because they know the majority of the people not going to do anything.
Right.
Go ahead.
I don't know. It's a lot of people doing shit. I mean, that protest, that shit looked like the whole fucking city of Minneapolis. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There was thousands of people out there. The reason why I feel like they doing that, and I'm not saying this is what it is, I'm just saying, like, in my opinion, there's no consequence for the people that's doing this shit.
No.
I mean, I feel the same way.
Yeah. There's no consequence. So if I can go out here and I can shoot a man in the middle of the street, which that's exactly what they do.
They did.
And literally just continue with my day, and nothing's going to happen to me, then yeah, sure. You know what I'm saying? And what are the people going to do? Nothing.
Right.
You know what I mean? They're gonna be pissed off and they're gonna continue to protest and maybe in the protest will get even bigger. But at the end of the day, I still get to go home. I had a mask on, remember? You know what I mean? I was walking around looking like, you know what I'm saying, true value fucking bank robber. Well, you know what I mean? And I get to go home and I get to continue my life and I'm making money out the ass.
But
you know what I'm saying?
The people who, like what I'm saying, the people who can do something are not doing anything. Okay.
That's why I'm looking at their ass as funny.
Yeah.
Because fucking Congress, period. And you know how I feel about my girl
Crockett.
Yeah.
But I'm tired of all this talk.
Yeah.
Take some action. And I'm not sure what action she can legally take or what she can do. But if you can't do nothing, say that. Right. Say look, I want to do such, but because of the law, I can't. At least then I understand what's going on. And is she the only fucking Democrat out there? And it ain't even about. And let me be clear for the listeners, it's not about Democrat or Republican because all of them shady. But it's about the whoever's out there in government that carry themselves as a fucking human being first.
Okay.
So all the fucking humans get together and do some shit. You know what I mean? Because it's I don't know. That shit just retarded to me.
And I think that brings us back to the idea of like being never scared, right? Because if you're going to make the sacrifice, if you're going to say something, if you're going to stand up, whether you're in politics, not in politics, or whatever, you can't be scared to do it. Whoever you're gonna vote for, you got to get out there and vote, right? And whatever it is that you're going to do, that you're willing to do, do it. Like, don't sit in fear, because their job is to keep us dysregulated. As long as you stay dysregulated, your emotions are high, you angry all the time, and anger has its place because it's supposed to move you into something, right? And all that. But if you stay afraid all the time, you won't move. Fear paralyzes. It keeps you stagnant. It helps you. It keeps you from moving. And biologically speaking, like when you are afraid and your nervous system is on fire and all that, the thinking part of your brain just don't work.
Right.
And so, and I think that was the goal when he first got in office, and like executive order, I'm doing this, and everything was so rapid that people was like,
"Yep, that's exactly that's exactly how people
distracted." Yeah,
I don't know what to do. He did this. Wait, he did that. Wait, who we targeting now? Oh shit, I don't know what. Like it was like boom, 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 boom. So people stayed so afraid. People just got online crying. I had people come to just crying, and I'm like, calm down.
Yep.
An executive order is not the law.
Right. It's I got a great idea.
Right. And the thing again that we say all the time and continue to say, this is not new.
Right. 100%.
Going on.
This is just really, really loud.
It's loud.
Yeah.
It's really, really loud.
Right. But they've always done it. But like Brian said, Reagan, Bush, Obama, they all did it by the book.
Right.
So when you do it by the book,
it's quiet.
Yeah, nobody
It's
really
smooth.
Oh man, Reagan fucked us up real bad.
Yes, he
Well,
did.
right.
But he did it
But he
by
did
the
it
book.
by the
He did it by the book, though.
He did it by
did
the
it by the
book.
book.
So
Actually
it's like,
changed laws to make it and
Right.
made it look like a good thing.
yeah,
Right.
So it was a fuck you thing.
Right.
Right.
100. And then
Trump-
his ass, sat in office a year and a half with Alzheimer's.
yeah. Like Trump is just, he's chaos.
Yeah. Yeah.
So everything, like with all executive orders, Doge, the immigrant thing, all
Doge
that shit happened in 100 days.
Yeah.
Right.
It's like some unruly kid coming in your house and just flipping shit over all of you. Don't know where to start. You don't know, do I need to go pick this up or do I need to go kick his ass? You
Right.
know?
Right.
And you waiting for somebody to stop the little crazy kid. but everybody just sitting back.
Right.
Right.
Ain't my kid. Ain't my kid.
Right.
You know,
Right.
and that's what's happening. You're right. Executive order is not the law.
Yeah.
But the people who could say, hey, man, you can't do that.
Right.
They ain't saying shit.
Right.
Yeah.
And the other people, like Brian said, the Democrats, they're just saying, hey, you can't do that. You need to stop. And
right.
Right.
Just stop.
Right.
like in Minnesota, if I had shot that man in the street, Minneapolis PD would have knocked my ass down, took me to jail. Why they couldn't do the same thing to the ICE agent?
Because they ice, baby.
ICE don't ice. All ICE do. All ICE is
right.
They just
It's
deal with
border
immigration.
patrol. That's it.
That's it.
Border patrol.
They just border patrol with a little more rules. That's it.
Yeah, but yeah.
That's it.
All I'm saying is
All
the
it
Christmas Avengers. Them motherfuckers is, you know what I'm saying? That's because we know that's who running the show. I mean, I'm not knocking Trump at all. I'm just telling the truth. He's a fucking idiot. So that, you know, he don't have the fucking intelligence to organize shit. And again, every fucking decision he makes billions of dollars for somebody else. So that tells me your ass, your ass is not in control. Because if it made billions of dollars for him, now granted he's getting a payoff somewhere.
Of course.
But you don't own the companies. So you're not making the bulk of the money.
Right.
Fucking Christmas Avengers, man. They out there. They kicking ass.
I mean, think about it. He was deporting people left and right. When he went to that Hyundai plant, and deported all them people who was legally here, all of a sudden, like for 3-4 months, deportation stopped.
Yeah, because he affected somebody's bottom line.
Right, because he fucked with somebody's money.
Fucked with somebody's
money. And that person happened to be a member of the fucking Christmas Avengers. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes, exactly.
All them tariffs. Now he rolling back damn near every tariff he had. Because now you fucking
it's affecting
people.
Everybody bottom line. I mean, I think that's why Crazy Boy ain't in there no more. Tesla. Yeah, because it was affecting his damn bottom line. People started being like, "Nah, fuck Tesla, fucking this shit up, stop buying shit." All kind of like,
the Christmas Avengers called Elon Musk, said, "You better stop that shit."
Cut that shit out.
Before you end up getting run over by one of your remote control cars.
For real.
That was the next tragedy. You know what I'm saying? So
then next thing you know, him and Trump got beef.
Yep, that fake ass fucking hip hop beef. He fucked my old lady.
They should have did a rap.
He made a diss Tesla about me.
They should have did a rap battle.
Tesla.
Somebody out there that know how to work AI, I need you to make a rap battle between them.
Yeah. Oh, that should be dope.
Oh yeah, that would be fire. Devontae, get on that.
Yeah, I'll write the lyrics for their ass. That shit would be so fucking dope.
We have a project. Yes, you know. But remember, y'all, you have to keep your system regulated. Stop being afraid every time somebody make a move. Like, do your research. Look at the stuff, what the people can and cannot do. Do they break laws? Absolutely, they do. They always have. But the knowledge of the law and knowing like that, being able to say to the people, "Nah, you can't do that." You know, that has a little bit of power. They might try to override it, but for some, it's gonna back them up because they're using the lack of knowledge or the fear factor to just run roughshod over people. You got to remain calm. Look. Get on YouTube, find some deep breathing exercises. You can use that anyway. You don't need none of your hands. Just learn how to deep breathe. Like, calm your nervous system. Stop being scared all the goddamn time.
Yep, you got to chill. Like EPMD said, you got to chill.
Chill. You know. So the goal there is to stay, like, again, stay aware, stay prepared. Be conscious, be aware, stay prepared. Don't be scared.
Yeah.
So in our final segment, we just want to remind you have the right to choose. It is your choice. We come here to give you all the information, help you understand the stuff, all the good things. But at the end of the day, you have to choose what's best for you and yours.
Right. Like what fits in your pocket? You know what I mean? We just giving a crap load of information.
Yeah.
You know. So
sift through it, use what works for you.
Yep. Use what works for you, what doesn't work for you, share it with somebody else. Maybe they can.
Because it might work for that's good, Brian. That's good right there.
No.
That's good. Use that, tell them, put it in their back pocket for later. But you're right. Give it to somebody else. It might work for them. You know what I'm saying? Because we all different folks or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Anybody got closing statements? Anything you want to say to the people?
If the
ice sucks ass.
Yeah, that too. But yeah, if the news is getting on your nerves, stop watching the news.
Turn it off. Yeah.
Go watch
that's good regulation
shit.
stuff right there. That's
watch
good
stupid
regulation.
shit on the YouTube. YouTube got so much stupid shit on it.
Yep.
Just go watch that. Go watch somebody cook turnips. Learn how to make gumbo.
Or you could watch The Night Manager on Prime. That shit is so fucking good. I ain't gonna lie, I'm hooked. But yeah, no, real rap, real fucking rap. And I understand a lot of people they want to get all the information, so a lot of people stay tuned in, because I know I definitely stay tuned in. I got so many fucking news channels I follow. I got news channels in New Zealand because I want to know what the fuck is going on.
Yeah, and it's good. Keep doing that, Brian, because you know they're doing their best to like cut off America from being able to get news.
Oh yeah. Oh, and yeah, let me hit y'all to that. If you really want to find out what's happening in America, watch the news, the local news in another country.
Yeah.
So but right, there have been times where it was just too much. You know what I'm saying? And I immediately cut it off, and then I watched The Night Agent on Prime. You know, shit. It's just something to take your mind off it, because everything don't have to be freaking paranoia and stressed out. Just fucking enjoy yourself. You know what I'm saying? 2 guarantees. 1, you are alive. 2, eventually one day you're gonna pass on. So that's your only 2 guarantees in life. So just try to enjoy the middle.
I like that. I like that a lot. So y'all remember that because I was trying to see if this other thing would upload, but it ain't uploading fast enough because I forgot to do our Black History moment. But maybe we'll do 2 next week. Who knows? So our second episode of this series will be next week. It did upload. Let's do that right quick because we don't want to miss that one.
Okay, so this is one of maybe 2 times I've talked about myself throughout this entire year, and I'm doing it because it feels fair after everything we've sat with together this year. I live with depression. I live with anxiety, not in a dramatic way, but in a way that just kind of exists in my life. Some days it's quiet, some days it hums. Some days it's heavy in a way that I just don't have the words for. And I want to say this because some people assume the wrong things, right? This work isn't why I'm going through this. If anything, this work kind of helps me understand it. It gives shape to feelings that used to feel random. It reminds me that a lot of what we carry didn't start with us. So behind the scenes, without making a thing of it, I'm working on myself too. Not because something is wrong, just because tending to yourself is a part of staying, right? I'm telling you this because I know I'm not the only one that's been moving through the world feeling like this. This year was a lot. Not in just the obvious ways, though. In quiet ways, too. A lot of people showed up every day carrying things that nobody could see. A lot of people learned how to function with the weight on their chest while still being present. And a lot of people just kept going without ever calling it strength. And sitting with the history that we talked about this year, systems, erasure, resistance, pressure, it changes how you see that. You start to realize that struggle doesn't always look like struggle. Sometimes it looks like being reliable, like being thoughtful, like being the one people depend on, while something softer or heavier is lying underneath the surface. So as the year turns, this is what I'm holding, quietly. We don't always know what people are carrying, including the people closest to us, including ourselves. Sometimes care isn't like a big moment. Sometimes it's just noticing. Sometimes it's checking in again. Sometimes it's letting someone sit without having to explain themselves. I see how capable you are, how perceptive you are, and how much you hold without naming it. There's comfort in knowing that you're not alone in that, in knowing that someone else recognizes the weight, not as a flaw, but as a part of being awake. This year didn't give us answers, it gave us recognition. And I don't know, maybe that's enough to carry forward. That's all I wanted to say. Happy New Year. Thank you for being here with me this year. Y'all have really made this one a special one, an unforgettable one. Never in my wildest dreams.
You know, I'm always so happy to see her.
I am
too. She pop up on the screen. I'm like, hey,
like an old friend.
I know. Like, that's our girl. Like, that's the only person I use for Black History Moments now. You know?
Yeah.
If I ever see her in real life, I'm gonna ask her if I can give her a hug.
Absolutely.
And then you're gonna come home and get your ass whipped.
Don't get your ass whipped, Fred.
Definitely gonna beat the shit out of you when you run around here looking like Al Green and shit. Next podcast, Fred gonna be looking like an ice Asian with a fucking mask on.
What I am gonna start doing though, when I start getting shorts together and all this different stuff or whatever, I'm gonna start tagging her and stuff so she'll know we be using her stuff.
Yeah,
so, you know, give her some thanks and some, you know, maybe one day she'll come on the show and talk to us. Who knows?
Who knows?
Well,
give us a shout out at least.
So like I said, we're gonna wrap this up. We got 3 more episodes of this topic. We got some other topics underway and such. If y'all want to continue with us to talk about this topic and you want to hop on the show and do it, let's go. For anybody that watches this episode, you want to hop on the next one, share your thoughts, be down for that. You got ideas for other shows, give it to us because we all about that. And Fred is on.
The PTBS Podcast. Give us a like, comment, subscribe, share this with someone who needs to hear this, because there is somebody out there who needs to hear this. Also, we are available on Facebook, Amazon. Are we working on Spotify now?
But yeah, we've been working on Spotify. Fine. I've been uploading more stuff. Yeah, I got like 3 more episodes done last week and all that. So I'm working on, because I'm shortening some stuff, you know, and getting the silence out of it to make it easier to get through and all that kind of stuff. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I'm getting them all.
One day we'll be on Apple.
One day. One day. Yeah, I mean, all of us don't fool with Apple. So
yeah. All my kids got Apple phones, so
mine too. But it's
they will not switch to Samsung to save their life.
It's all right. They'll be all right. So in the meantime, y'all make sure y'all don't let nobody bullshit y'all out there. Have a lovely week and work on what you want to do for your freedom and figure out what freedom means to you.
Facts.
Right? Facts. Keep in mind that we're not here to change your mind, but we are here to make you think.
That's it.
Yeah, just make you think. That's it. Just think about it.
All right. Peace out, people. Have a good week.
Peace.